The chairperson elected in this conference representing the youth is none other than Mr. Tanga Collins. There were reports which the national chairman has taken over, and he will make his communication in this conference and his ruling over that matter. In that election, the national chairman guided that legally, once an election results has been announced, it has to go through the legal challenges for it to be removed. So we follow legal process, and there is already a petition, and that will be handled through the petition.
Who was elected? I have elected of good selected rule, but when I checked the lawyers, once somebody is announced, the order can be made through a petition. And you can put it in the resolution here, you can amend it to the resolution, and you put that the election of the youth delegate is contested and is now before the tribunal. And the tribunal will decide. If we decide, the chairman will decide, but I don't think the way it can be decided. So you wait for it, you cannot do anything which is not legal. If I had the power to order anything, I would have ordered, but I don't have that power, and nobody has except the tribunal. So therefore, let's have an amendment to the resolution to say that the election of the youth is contested and is now before the tribunal. I think the lawyer, there's no problem with that. The lawyer, any problem with that?
Director Legal.
Is that correct? Will be part of this resolution. Yes, the names were read. All the names have no problem, or if they have problem, they will be handled under the law, but the one of the youth was particularly annoying, the big section, and it will be handled by the supposed to act. The conference, those in favor say aye, those against say no, the ayes have it.
The direction
So, the ayes have it. As amended.
Thank you.
Those in favor say aye. The whole conference, those who support the resolution, stand up.
May those in favor of the resolution as amended stand up.
The majority support, so as amended.
Thank you.
The Dr. Tango Doi, the chairman of the Electoral Commission, who also by God's decision doubles to be my father, did not rig for me. We mobilized 141 districts in this country. We went down, we spread the gospel, the NRM gospel of democracy, of socio-economic transformation, patriotism, and Pan-Africanism. I want to confirm to each one watching us today, no one rigged for us. It was an open election on the mic where counting was done from 1 to 100, and believe me not, everyone witnessed what happened. that morning, the morning of the 27th. So nobody rigged for us. And I also want to put it on record that the Electoral Commission chairperson, Dr. Tanga Doi, is not the one that actually went through that election. He's not the one that counted the votes. He only declared, which is his mandate as the chairman of the Electoral Commission. It's his mandate to come out and declare who is winner. Ambassador Chinobe is the one that managed that election, did the counting, individual after individual, took it back to the tally center, and later the tally center brought the results for declaration. And that's where Dr. Tanga Doi stepped up and declared the results henceforth. So no rigging happened, comrades, no rigging happened.
All the special interest groups, almost all positions went to the West. When you look at the veterans, went to the West. When you look at the women, went to the West. When you look at the elderly, went to the West. When you look at the historicals, went to the West. What Team Tanga says and the NRM government is equitable sharing of the national cake. Let the Eastern also take the chairperson of the Youth League. And we're not taking it for granted. We're not taking it because it's a matter of the region. We are taking it because we worked for it. We traversed 141 districts, administrative units of the NRM, district per district, with sleepless nights, with empty stomachs, but preaching the word of the NRM and the reggae gospel. Comrades, we won this in broad daylight. Counting was on microphones, on loudspeakers. Everyone heard. Let us not be hoodwinked. Each delegate who was in that arena saw that the counting was done free and fair. It was on camera, it was on the light. So he who alleges should also prove, because we have facts that we won. And we won this equitably and in the honest measures of the democracy brought about by the Ugandan government. I want to thank the NRM chairperson that even when some candidates brought up silly measures to deter the election, when they demanded for money before election, the Secretary General came and said the chairman of the party has said will increase your allowance. And indeed he did. And he also beseeched the young people that NRM youth leadership is not about money, it's about service. So we are here to serve. We are here to serve, we are here to fulfill all the pledges that Team Tanga Calling stands for. That is the branding, the employment and job opportunities for our young persons. I want to thank you and welcome all to the Comrades Alliance.
Allow me confirm and reconfirm that all the chaos caused on that day was caused by one individual, Chichoncho Brenda. Why? Because of the failure to mobilize, I believe. She caused chaos. The staff of the Electoral Commission were very patient with her. The youth were very patient with her. But I give you my word, when that election came to the table, the youth decided. We want to kick off with a grand mobilization strategy as the young people of the NRM. And it's in that vein that I want to beseech or request kindly the NRM Secretariat to come and reschedule or set up voting for the other positions that weren't taken up. It's being a handful and it's being quite expensive on our delegates. Accommodating here in Kampala is not an easy task. It's also being quite expensive on our leaders, those that wish to take up these positions, that want to represent the young people. It's being very expensive for them. So if by any chance the national chairman is listening in, we as Team Tanga, we as the NRM Youth League request that you step up and give us these elections for the rest of the positions, the youth members of parliament, the vice chairpersons of the NRM Youth League, and the rest at NEC. We would be very grateful.
I myself, I went to Rwakitura and I was part of our village meeting in Rwakitura. And in those meetings, as you heard the Secretary General saying, we found we had more than 20 million members of our party. And 18.5 million of them are voters. So this is a big resource which we should not play around with. Now, those people who make mistakes, who do things carelessly, are really interfering with the work. Because these 20 million members of the NRM want justice, want fairness, want the truth. They don't want lies. They don't want favoritism. They don't want corruption. That's why you hear those young people making noise. I will follow up their noise, but to do it legally. I cannot do things illegally. The Banyankole say, "Etakabajire tebanyama." You cannot see a cow walking and you say it is meat. You wait until it is slaughtered, that's when you call it meat. So if somebody is accused of corruption, you don't condemn him until he's accused, but not condemned, until he is condemned with facts. So all these cases, there are other cases which I had people complaining about, but they will be investigated, all of them, and action will be taken. So therefore, I want to appeal to all leaders. Stop, Banyankole call it oktokoza. Oktokoza is when you have got like a drink and something falls in the drink. That's oktokora, a pollution. Nobody should pollute our NRM with bad behavior. The use of money, corruption must be condemned. And we shall be educating everybody that this should stop. But in some cases, we may even take legal action and criminal action. So I'm very happy about the huge membership of huge number of our members, more than 20 million. If you include some of the teenagers, but the voters by May were 18.5 million. So please, reject corruption like the young people are complaining. We shall handle their issue. Reject, that's part of the resistance. Thank you for being members of the resistance movement. The young people, by resisting what you think was wrong, you are becoming true members of the national resistance movement. But the question is, how do you do it? How do you do it? You must do it in the right way. That's why you hear that before we went to the bush, we warned the UPC many times. Because we didn't want to be blamed. That's why did you start fighting when there was a possibility of dialogue? We had to warn them publicly, UPC, if you do this, we are going to fight. They didn't believe it. And when we started the war, nobody could blame us because we had warned everybody. So it is good to resist, but you resist in what way? This is the first point. It's a very good chance for Uganda, when you have got such a powerful political organization. This is more than 80% of the population of the voters of Uganda. They are all in the NRM. So please don't annoy them with the wrong actions. Don't annoy our members. Don't annoy our members. Don't annoy our members with injustice, with corruption, when you do that, you divide us. Therefore, all these cases of corruption, we shall investigate them. And we have already taken action. We have arrested some of the people who were involved. They're already arrested, quite a number of them. So this is number one. It's a very big achievement. It has never happened in the history of Uganda to have so many of our people united.
The Youth League is ready to serve. The Youth League is ready to mobilize for the president. And we'll be launching our grand mobilization strategy that is going to conquer. It's going to be reggae all the way. It's going to be everywhere. You will meet us everywhere, in the mosque, in the church, name it. We'll be mobilizing for the president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And we will bring him back as president of this country. Why? Because he's visionary and his leadership is steadfast. I want to welcome all the opponents. Come and we work together. In life, a loss is welcomed, and in life, a win is also welcomed. Let us stop being entitled. Let's stop being entitled and we think that we should always be the winners. Chichoncho, you're looking at me now. Wake up. Appreciate the facts. The youth decided, stop being entitled, and come and serve the young people. Come and serve the young people. Together we can push an agenda. Divided we will fall. You are pushing divisionism. You are pushing divisionism amongst the young people. And we will not accept. We will not accept the young people to be divided. That is not the agenda. We are not going to attack any senior person because they did what is right. They played by your beat for a very long time, but I can tell you the youth said no to Kadongo Kamu and yes to reggae music. Hey reggae warriors, oi! Hey reggae warriors, oi! Hey reggae master, oi! Hey winning, oi! Hey Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, oi! And Museveni is a true reggae master, oi! Ra! Ra! Cha! Ah! 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 Ah!